We'll start out with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I like a full house. This is good. Welcome to the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners work session. It's February 2nd, 2026, and today's a special day. We're going to be doing presentations for employees, so I'm going to turn it over to our HR department. Angela.
Good morning. Thank you all for coming out. It is very nice to see a full house, and we appreciate all the work and service you've given to Shawnee County throughout the years. I'm going to turn the program over to Mike Augustine. He's our Deputy Director, and he'll give us further instructions.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Mike Augustine with Human Resources. So, just a little bit about starting in 2024, we started the anniversary and retirement recognitions. So every quarter, we recognize those employees that have given service to Shawnee County in 5-year increments, 5, 10, 15, 20, you get the idea. And then also we recognize those employees that have retired from Shawnee County in the previous quarter. So we are recognizing today those employees with 5-year milestone anniversaries from October, November, December 2025, and also those employees that have retired during that same time frame. So what we'll do is we'll kind of block it down, and starting with 5-year anniversaries, I'll call your name, you come forward, and then the commissioners will be out front. You'll all gather up, and we'll have Stephanie take a snapshot and then return to seats. Right, Steph? All right. And then when we hit, so we'll do that for 5, 10, 15-year milestones. And when we hit 20-year milestones, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to let the department heads and elected officials come up and say little biography blurbs about everybody. So that's kind of how this breaks down this morning. So again, welcome everybody. And to kick it off, if I can have the commissioners come forward. So starting with 5-year anniversaries, we'd like to congratulate those employees, those Shawnee County employees that have achieved 5 years with the county in the last quarter. So please come forward when your name is called, and you'll receive a certificate of recognition from the county commissioners. So Donald Williams Jr. with Solid Waste. Michael Rosencutter with Parks and Recreation.
Thank you.
Justin Petrel with Public Works Department. And Shutaki Englund with Corrections Office. Those are our 5-year milestone anniversaries. So. Thank you, everyone. All right, next we fast forward 5 years. So these employees have achieved 10 years. That's a decade for those folks in the second row. A decade of public service with Shawnee County. So again, please come forward when your name's called. Jeffrey Baird with Solid Waste Department. Jeffrey's not here today. Khalil Lewis with the Solid Waste Department. Shelby Teeters with the Motor Vehicle Department. Justin Baker with the Public Works Department. Jeffrey Soneker with the Public Works Department. Deputy Robert Miller with the Sheriff's Office. Jana Patton with the Health Department. And Jean Kluk with Corrections. So if we can have everybody come back and squeeze in, and we'll do a couple of picks. Awesome, thank you. Okay, can anybody guess what milestone is next? We did 5, we did 10. Coming up, 15-year anniversaries. We have 3 employees that we'd like to recognize this morning for 15 years with Shawnee County. Bill, that's a decade plus 5. Sean Lucas with Public Works Department. David Kopp with the Solid Waste Department. Not over the fence. And then also Dusty Nichols with the Emergency Management. Sean, you get your own personal portrait. Suitable for framing. Okay, now we move into the part where I sit down and I have other people come up and do the speechifying. We have 14 employees that we'd like to recognize for milestone anniversaries of 20 years or greater. 20, 25, 30, and we actually have an employee with 35 years of service with Shawnee County. So I'd like to turn it over to the department heads and the elected officials that have these employees in their offices and departments, starting with Mr. Bill Sutton of the Solid Waste Department.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bill Sutton, Shawnee County Solid Waste. This morning, I'd like to recognize the 30 years of honorable and faithful service of Debbie George up there at the Solid Waste Department. Like I said, Debbie's been here in Shawnee County for 30 years, with the department for 29 years. She had 1 year at the appraisers, then she got smart and came over to the Solid Waste. She got tired of being yelled at down there, so now she gets yelled at upstairs. She's had the same job for 29 years. She is one of our customer service reps, so she is one of the voices that is at the end of the phone when customers call in, talk about whatever they want to talk about, how good a job we're doing. And she's one of my rocks up there, and we lean on her heavily. She's not here today. I asked her to come down, and she goes, I'd rather be here, obviously. So Angela will come up there. We'll recognize her service up there for her, but I just want to say, in a public manner, thank you to Debbie George for all of her service, and we look forward for another 5 to 10 years of her service. Thank you.
Okay, next on the list to recognize a number of his employees is Sheriff Brian Hill.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Hill, Shawnee County Sheriff's Office. I'd like to recognize Lieutenant James Lothry. James has, he's got 20 years in with Shawnee County Sheriff's Office. He's done a lot of stuff for the Sheriff's Office. He's a firearms instructor, one of the tasers instructors, or a tactical medical instructor. Currently, he was recently promoted, and he is running our service division for the Shawnee County Sheriff's Office. And next, Sergeant Fry, yep, he's in the room here. Sergeant Fry has got over 25 years with Shawnee County Sheriff's Office. He has also done a lot of jobs with Sheriff's Office, Fugitive Warrants Unit, the Crash Reconstruction Team Leader. He is currently overseeing our fleet inventory and our front desk operations. Thank you. Sergeant Gerald Graham. Gerald came to us from the military. He's spent 25 years in the military, as long with being a sheriff's deputy. Gerald has done a lot of stuff for the sheriff's office. He runs our training department, Honorable Service Award, and we'd like to commend him for his service. And Captain Tom Bronaugh. Tom has spent over 30 years with Shawnee County Sheriff's Office. He's held a lot of different job duties there. He's a graduate of the FBI LEADA program, KU Public Management program. He is currently doing several jobs for us at the Sheriff's Office. We'd like to commend him for everything he does for us there. And we had one retirement, and I don't see Lieutenant Reynolds here, but Lieutenant Reynolds retired in 2025, 29 years of service. He did an awful lot for this county and the Shawnee County Sheriff's Office with his narcotics investigation, and he retired as a lieutenant over operations and investigations, so we appreciate him.
All right, Mr. Niehaus, can you come forward?
Thank you. Okay, Kurt Niehaus, Public Works Director. The first employee we got this morning is 20 years, Paul Collins. Come on up. Paul started working for Shawnee County Public Works directly out of high school. First as a summer temp in 2004 and 2005, and then as a full-time road maintenance employee beginning in early October of 2025. Since his start, Paul has been with District 1, and if for you, that's all in the southeast part of the county. He's been part of District 1 road maintenance crew, even promoting to crew leader in January 2023. So Paul knew for quite some time that he wanted to be a public servant, since his mother spent 30-plus years in the Register of Deeds office, and his father worked for over 50 years for the City of Topeka Water Pollution Control Department. Amazing. Paul tells me his job as crew leader is made relatively easy because the District 1 crew is loaded with great employees who take pride in their work, treat the work as if it's their personal project, and each employee knows what needs to be done to get the project completed. I find Paul to be a quiet yet confident employee. He always wants to do the right thing. Paul has always had an interest in equipment. His former construction projects using Tonka brand equipment has transformed into his love of operating a variety of full-size county equipment. In fact, when it comes to the paving machine and chip spreader, Paul might just be the best operator we have. Thank you, Paul. Let's all give Paul thanks for 20 years. Tim's not here. He told me this was not his gig, so nevertheless, Tim's got 25 years of service. He started his career in Shawnee County Public Works in late November 2000. This was after spending 8 years as a housing framer, framing houses, 6 years maintaining rental properties, and 6 months with Pepsi of Topeka.
When asked why he decided to respond to a Shawnee County job notice in the paper after so many years working in the private sector, Tim tells me he was looking for insurance for his family. So that's an indication of the great benefits Shawnee County has. Tim started as a road maintenance employee in District 1, then within that first year transferred to District 2. District 2 is the southwest part of the county. He liked working outdoors, enjoyed the camaraderie of his coworkers, and initially, that's the key word, initially liked working snow and ice events. Nevertheless, after 17 years in road maintenance, Tim was looking for something different and desired a change, so he put in a bid for and promoted to the sign shop. Asked what he likes about being a signing technician, he said the work of making signs is interesting and it keeps him busy. Asked what he doesn't like, Tim's response was quick: snow and ice removal. Tim likes the consistent hours, the atmosphere, and the fringe benefits that comes with working for the county. I didn't come to the county for money, he says, but the pay is actually quite good now. Thank you. Let's all thank Tim for 25 years of service.
All right, next up is Brian Cole with the Department of Corrections and Community Corrections.
Good morning, everyone. Brian Cole, Shawnee County Department of Corrections. Emily, is Ron here? I'll first start with Ron Moore for serving 20 years with the Shawnee County Department of Corrections. Ron is one of those officers that's extremely versatile. He's worked a great deal in operations, property officer, but the one thing I want to say is not only has Ron been able to balance the job and the responsibilities as Department of Correction, Ron currently is in active duty. We've missed Ron often. He gets called and commissioned to duty often, and Ron is just one to quick to service. He is extremely dedicated. He is very loyal, and he maintains contact with us when he's serving. And I just commend Ron for his ability to just balance his work life and being able to do what he do, as also helping us enjoy the freedom we enjoy each day. So Ron, thank you very much for everything you do. Shannon, come on up. Shannon is a sergeant with the Department of Corrections. She has worked with us for 20 years. Shannon, as you'll note, she always has a smile on her face. Shannon makes sure the staff are trained. She's actively involved in training over the years and actively involved in our care committee, brings her wonderful family to our events. Shannon is out and about trying to make sure that we're doing the right thing. All of the staff that are being recognized today, if not all, survived through the COVID and everything that we had to do at the Department of Corrections. And that was some very tough times. Also, when you're down 70 officers. These staff here that we're going to recognize, the majority of them came in on their days off, worked, and I'm talking about even the deputy directors also. Shannon, you've done a wonderful job for Shawnee County. I hope it's another 10, 20 years. You represent the agency very well, and thank you. Michael. Do not let Michael's quiet nature fool you. Seems to have pretty good command presence over the Department of Corrections. Michael has worked his way up, and I often say this about a lot of staff, but I really want to emphasize, if I have seen growth in an employee at Shawnee County Department of Corrections, it is Michael. I have seen a tremendous growth in Michael, not only in his ability to learn, to manage, and be in that middle management, which is a very tough part of being in the Department of Corrections or any employment, but Michael leads with respect from his staff. Michael is out and about. He's quiet, but he learns. He's actively involved in the staff. He meets with me regularly to tell me how things are going. If he sees an area we need to work on, he's actively involved in training. And Michael has a tremendous future with Shawnee County, and Mike's leadership is second to none. Michael, thank you so much for all you do. It's a pleasure. James. James has been with us 25 years. He's been an officer, he's been a sergeant, now he's a lieutenant. A lieutenant over a lot of different areas, operations, our safety officer at one time, which it takes on a huge responsibility for the Department of Correction when it comes to accreditation and making sure temperatures are right in the modules, food, inspections, the cleanliness, which in any audit gets hit extremely hard. And that's one of the first things they noticed about the Department of Corrections is that not only does it look good, most of the time it smells good. James has done a wonderful job, and now we created a new role over our physical plant. And this is something that you all know that we come to you often about broken pipes and HVAC, and we said, I think there is an area that we needed to step our game up in. And so now James is going to lead that area under the direction of Tim Phelps, and that is an area that we really are trying to put a lot more emphasis on preventative maintenance, ensuring our contract. James has experience coming, I believe it's from Oklahoma, military, you name it, James has done it all. And he is a tremendous leader with the Department of Corrections. James, thank you. Bobby. Bobby's also been with us for 25 years, and I think the one word that sums Bob up is perseverance. This is a person here that has worked for many years, has been at the top, if not the top, of those working overtime for the Department of Correction. And I'm not talking 500 or 600, I'm talking 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 hours of overtime. This guy gives up his personal time and sometimes his family time to make sure we get the operation done. But when I mention perseverance, Bob has worked in a lot of different areas in book-in, classification, operations, and transport. Bob had put in for sergeant a few times and didn't get there. And I thought Bob was going to quit. Not quit the job, but just say, look, I'm not the right guy, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't do that. He said, what do I need to learn? He went to all of the administrative staff and said, what do I need to do? Where do I need to improve? Bob stands before you, promoted sergeant. He is excellent. He is loyal. He perseveres. This guy does it all, and he is willing to work for Shawnee County. I can't thank him enough for the amount of hours. And we do make good money at the Department of Corrections, but when I get asked about, oh man, people make pretty good money, he's an example if he's earned it. He works a lot of overtime, does a lot, and we couldn't do without him. Thank you, Bobby. Tim's not here today. Tim started with the department in 35, started about a year after I did, and Tim and I have kind of been tethered, so to speak. Is that right? When I got promoted to a lieutenant, he became a sergeant and then a captain, and we just kind of moved up together, and Tim currently serves as a deputy director. Tim's like a big brother to me. He is, as a department going through COVID or going through when we have incidents at the jail, and just like all of the deputy directors, Tim has numbed some pain for me when it comes to some challenges. Tim talks to me often about family. We share ideas about family, but at the job, Tim is one of the smartest individuals I know. He is always seeking for grants. The reason we're looking at grants and a new change is because Tim and the other department heads or the deputy directors are out doing that. But the one thing I want to say about Tim is not only is he on top of that, I get a lot of thank yous and good job, Brian, for this behavioral health unit. We wouldn't have that unit if it wasn't for Tim. Tim is the one, he said, Brian, you got the vision, now you get out of the way, don't mess it up, let's find the funding source and I'll make sure it happens. And that's what most of the deputy directors with me have to do is say, Brian, get out of the way. The reason we're going to have that is because of Tim. Tim is the one that's at the project meetings. He's the one designing. He's doing it. He puts me in a good position. I'm in the media and stuff like this. And yes, we talk a lot about it. And all of the department is responsible for the success of that unit. It's not opened yet, but I just want to say publicly that Tim deserves a tremendous thank you for the job that he has done and that behavioral health unit. Tim, I wish you were here. I know you're at a doctor's appointment. I love you. I thank you for everything, and we're very honored to have Tim as the deputy director. Thank you, Tim.
All right, for the next presentation, I'd like Commissioner Rippon to come away from there to over to here.
All right, I'd like to recognize Teresa Fisher. Just a second here, let me get some glasses on. Teresa currently serves as Director of the Public Health Department. She started with Shawnee County Health Agency on December 27, 2005 as a registered nurse in the maternal child outreach program. She holds a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing from Washburn University, holds a Bachelor of Science in Life Sciences from Kansas State University. She's a registered nurse in the state of Kansas. Positions that she's held: registered nurse, maternal health outreach from December 2005 to April 2008. Health service team leader and maternal child health outreach program from April 2008 to September 2016. Family health division manager from September 2016 to December 2020. An interim director of health department from December 20th to 21st, director of the health department from May 2021 to present. Teresa's an alumni of Kansas State University, a dedicated Wildcat. Go Wildcats, yes. Let's see, she has 2 children, one at Shawnee Heights and one at Kansas State University. That's just good parenting. She enjoys gardening and reading when not at work. She serves on various community and professional boards, including Health Access Oversight Committee in Shawnee County, member of the Executive Committee for the Moving Ahead Partnership, or MAP. She was nominated by her peers to serve as the president-elect for Kansas Association of Local Health Departments. So Teresa Fisher, I'd like to thank you very much for, was it 20, 25? 20 years of service. Got it. I just want to say too that Teresa stepped up at a critical time during the whole COVID thing that we were going through, and Linda Oakes had retired at that time, and she was willing to step in and be our director. So we appreciate you and everything you do. So thank you.
All right. At this time in the program, we'd like to shift from recognizing milestone anniversaries to recognizing those people that have spent their entire career or entire careers with Shawnee County and finished up with Shawnee County and retired from Shawnee County after dedicated service. We have a lot of retirees to recognize today, but I'll bring Mr. Bill Sutton to the podium first.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bill Sutton, Shawnee County Solid Waste. I'd like to recognize Melinda Creech for her retirement here with Shawnee County Solid Waste. Melinda was one of the Jostens victims back in 2012, so she came to us later on in her career, and she served with Shawnee County Solid Waste for 12 years, 9 months, and 29 days. She is one of those employees that I did not want to see go. I tried everything I could to keep her around, but she was adamant. In fact, when she hit that age that we won't talk about, she flat out said, "I gotta go." And she did. She was a very solid customer service rep up there. She also trained all of our new customer service reps when they onboarded. We miss her desperately. She had a great attitude, she had a great smile, and a great sense of humor. and I tried to drive her crazy every day, and she let me. Her plans for retirement, spending a lot more time with her grandchildren, doing some projects around the house, in her words, hunkering down over the winter. And then she plans on getting out and doing some traveling with her husband, who's been retired for a couple years now. So again, I just want to publicly say thank you, Melinda, for your service. We miss you greatly. And if I was any type of emotional person, I might get misty-eyed, but I won't do that. But thank you, Melinda.
Okay. We've already heard from Brian with multiple corrections and community corrections employees, but again, Brian, you've got several retirees, so turn it over to you for that.
Thank you. Brian Cole, Department of Corrections. These retirements are always a mixed emotion for me, is that obviously I wish everybody a well-deserved retirement, but the big thing for me is that we lose family and we lose friends, and I can always say we can replace anybody or hire somebody, but I can't replace the people that retire. They're family to me, and they mean a great deal. I want to first start with Phil. I don't believe Phil's here. Phil served with our maintenance department and then left and then came back. And we often talk about unsung heroes at the Department of Corrections. A lot of times security staff get that. But what I will tell you is our maintenance staff are unsung heroes. They do a lot. That is one area in the department until this last year, and with the blessing of the commissioners, we've increased the number of staff. And over my 36 years, we've added on bigger buildings and whatever. We never added on to our maintenance staff. Phil has weathered any storm. This guy could fix anything, and he could do whatever he needed to do. He was extremely knowledgeable, experienced, very good with what he does, and we miss Phil. We do. We miss Phil, and I just want to say, if he was here and if he's watching, Phil, thank you so much for everything you do. I hope you enjoy your retirement, and thank you. Eugene. Where's Eugene? I know Eugene's here. All right. Eugene has worked his career on the Juvenile Detention Center. And I always say in the field of corrections, there's always two tough populations. One of them is our female population, and the other is juveniles. And juveniles is a tough art to do. But Eugene did it very well. He truly cared about the kids and the juveniles in our remand that were there. He worked with them on their curriculums. He held them accountable. And I think when it came to Eugene, very quiet. He doesn't like vanity. He likes to stay to himself. But when he retired, we lost a good person. We did. Eugene has done a tremendous amount. And I just want to say that Shawnee County, in my opinion, isn't because of me, it's because of the staff that are there. They're, like I've said before, they're on the top 1% in the United States of juvenile ran facilities when it comes to corrections and performance standards and things like that. They have tremendously good leadership over there, and Eugene stepped right in his role. Eugene, thank you for everything, and I appreciate all you have done. Hop, come on. If anybody knows Hop, and I think our commissioners do, they've seen him at several academies. I first want to give a shout out to his lovely wife Sylvia, who shared him with us, who has a tremendous good catering service, and if you ever want the best cheesecake in town, you go to her, I promise you that. Hop, what can I say about this man? This guy is full of energy and leadership. He has been in leadership positions at the Department of Corrections. Every one of his positions has been leadership, whether it was a sergeant at one time, an officer, and then is our field training coordinator. That was his ball of wax. He enjoyed holding new hires accountable. Let me just put it that way. Hop could be tough, but he knew the importance of the job. He knew what was at stake. Life and death decisions had to be made. Public safety decisions needed to be made. Working with the public, being out and training. And if anybody knows, and I've said this before, we were 70, 80 officers down, and we had to make some changes. Not only just to pay, but it was internally. I had to make some changes. Hop was right along with our training staff, and a great deal of them are here. Our training staff works extremely hard making sure our staff meet and exceed. The one thing I miss, and I hope Hop does come back, is his speeches at the academy. His identity, I believe, was the Shawnee County Department of Corrections and his faith. I can tell you that. I know Hop's called me and said, I feel like praying for you, and I appreciate that. I do. But an identity we had at the Department of Corrections was this young man. He put us on top. And one thing he always preached to people was being a professional corrections specialist or employee. If there's a definition or a picture, it's that man right there. He is that. Hop, I love you. I thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much, sir. Tommy? Now, Tommy started his career before I did at the Department of Corrections, was there for a little bit and decided to go to the home of the Chicago Bears in Cook County and decided that football wasn't good enough, so he came back. Tommy has done everything in the Department of Corrections, and that includes where he's at, where he's retired from, was community corrections. Tommy was an officer. He was a training officer of mine. And Tommy and I knew a lot of the same people. We grew up together. He's from Salina. I'm from the eastern part of Kansas, but we knew a lot of the same people, and we worked together. Tommy had a tremendous career in serving as a sergeant and a lieutenant at the Department of Corrections. And then he says, look, I want to go on over to community corrections, which I think has been one of the biggest assets of joining that, because it just shows another level of progression, of promotion and things like that, and opportunities that we can see for staff in Shawnee County. Tommy maintained a big caseload, part-time worked at the hospital. His family means everything to him, and he is family to us. Tommy fought some very tough medical health issues, but Tommy persevered. He showed up on time. He was there and got to the point where he said, Brian, I think I'm done. Tommy is a friend of mine. He's a tremendously good friend of mine, and I miss him every day. He helped shape a community corrections department that I think is second to none in the state of Kansas. We should all be proud of what our community corrections staff do. Tommy, I think about you every day. I miss you every day. We all miss you every day. Thank you for coming and taking our journey with us, sharing yourself with us, and leading us. Thank you.
So again, thank you. There aren't enough words to thank you for your service and dedication to Shawnee County. We appreciate all that you do. One of the reasons we do this ceremony is a gentleman named Bernard Stewart. He worked for us for 30 years, and he left, and he called my office one day and he said, you know, I've been here 30 years. I left and I didn't get so much as a certificate. And I thought to myself, we're failing if that's how we treat our employees. So we're trying to do better, and we appreciate you all and all the work you do. And that's why we do 5-year increments. The first time you hear or see from the commissioners and HR that you're appreciated, and of course your directors and elected officials, will not be when you leave. It will be all along the way. So if you don't hear it every day, know that you heard it today. We thank you and we appreciate you. The commissioners will conclude the ceremony. After they're done, we do have refreshments in the back for you. So thank you for coming out today.
Okay. Next on the agenda is public comment. I don't have anyone signed up. Is there anyone who would wish to speak at this time? Going, gone. Seeing none, administrative communications. We have anybody? Commissioner Cook?
Just want to thank everyone for being here. We say it a lot, but public service is our job. And all of you have reflected good community service and have made Shawnee County a better place because of your work and your employment from the commissioners, as a commissioner, I want to thank you personally for all that you've done and all that you will continue to do. Even though some of you may be retired, I know that you're going to continue to make a positive community impact in making our town and our county a better place to be. So thank you very much.
Well, I'll echo that. And then also, just sort of say, you know, one of the things that we kind of pride ourselves on at Shawnee County is our culture. And the culture is composed of all of you. And I think it's great to see folks that are here for 20, 30, 35. I think we've even done up to 45 now. I think maybe we had a while back. And so it's great to see that dedication. And those folks like yourselves that are here for that long period of time are the reason that the new people want to stay, you know, because you're the ones that have built that culture. And so thank you for being here today, but also for being here for these last 5, 10, 20, 30, 35 years. So thank you.
Yeah. I just appreciate all of the commitment and the dedication to Shawnee County. It's your hard work and your employees' hard work that make our job easy. And we certainly appreciate everyone. And we are a family here, and I like that we're doing this recognition because that's what a good family would do. So I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you. I don't think we have a need for executive session, so we are adjourned.